what is a group by? So a group by is any time that you say per. So if you say I'm going to get the average score per competition, or the revenue per month, the minimum score per year, that per indicates that you're doing some kind of group by. And in this case, and all the cases on the screen, the group by is the word that comes immediately after per. So average score per competition shows that you're going to group by competition. Average items per team suggests that you're doing a group by per team. So with that in mind, let's look at what our calculations are like with and without group bys. So what we've done so far, right? Imagine we have this table. This is all the data that someone's put in to our RLD application through one of our forms. We've got team number, we've got a match number, we've got cones, mid, high, and low, and we've also got two teams here, team 1, 2, 3, 4, and team 3, 1, 4. And whenever we add a new calculation, it just adds a new column to all of the records. So in this case, it's auto cones scored, which adds up all the guys here. So in this case, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 0 is 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and so on. So this is how a normal calculation works, and you'll notice from last time we did stuff just like this. So what happens when you start doing group bys, right? So we just went over no group bys in this situation. We have the exact same table from last slide. So now when we go ahead and do a group by, we're going to do a group by team number or robot. This is what the table looks like. So now you no longer have 1, 2, 3, 4 show up multiple times with each match. Each unique team number shows up with only one row. So 1, 2, 3, 4 has now only one row in the table. 3, 1, 4 has only one row in the table. And you'll notice it's no longer just one number for match, but rather it's the list of all the matches that they played. And the same is true with the auto cones high, auto cones mid, auto cones low, and even the calculated field that we did from earlier. So now what happens when you add a calculation onto that? Well, let's take that same table, right? So team number, match, auto cones high, mid, low, and auto cones score. And let's go ahead and let's add a calculation onto it. And that calculation is going to be the average number of cones scored in autonomous. So if we do that math by ourselves, it's pretty easy, right? So if we add up auto cones scored, we do 2 plus 3, that's going to be 7. And then 7 divided by 3 gets us 2.33. That's the average number of auto cones scored per match. This one's even easier. 3 plus 3 plus 3 divided by 3 is 3. So we went ahead, we grouped by team number, we got this list of all the numbers for each field in each calculation, and then we can start doing things like this, calculations like average of auto cones scored, which just adds a new column to this table where only team numbers show up a single time. So we'll only see 1, 2, 3, 4 one time, and it will only have one number for its grouped by calculations, whereas all its other calculations will be lists of numbers. Now, you can get complicated with your group by calculations if you want as well. So let's say we've got two grouped by calculations. We got the average number of auto cones, as we just discussed before, and now we've also gotten the average number of auto cubes. Well, something we might want to know is how many items have they scored in general, and we might set up this calculation where we do average auto cones plus average auto cubes to get our average items scored. Well, we can do it exactly like this, and we will here in a moment, to get another column on this table that is the average number of items scored that looks exactly like a group by calculation, but it actually used other group by calculations to calculate itself. Okay?